Hi everyone, I'm Angelina and this is Blueprint DIY, where we remake our clothes to be just as unique as us. We are currently in the US, kind of stuck in our houses, but that doesn't mean that we can't do some upcycles for when we get back out into the world, when everything is back popping, and just, you know, back to a little bit more normal, even if it's a new normal. So I think I know what I might do today, but I'm not exactly sure. Ooh. Let me see. Got an email. All right, let's see who it is.
Hi Angelina,
it's Jess.
It's Jess here. I'm calling to tell you that I just have an amazing idea
What's
for
your
our
idea,
collaborations. Girl? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, because we are now living in a different continent.
Yes.
I'm living in Asia and you're living in America. So why don't we do a challenge where we will DIY a celeb outfit in our continent?
Yes.
I think I will choose one of my favorite K-pop singers for this challenge.
All right.
And you do yours.
Yes, ma'am.
And in the end, we will share with each other and to everyone. I think it's a great way to share our culture together.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited for this DIY. And I'm going to make it now. See you later.
See you, girl. Oh, I have been wanting to do the coolest Rihanna Fenty look for a while now, and I think that's what we're gonna do. So let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna start off with this Ralph Lauren men's button-up shirt. And the thing you want to think about when you're picking your shirt, I couldn't run out to the thrift store and specifically pick a shirt for this project, but I did have this one, and I picked this one because it is a pretty thick material. You don't want a regular thin men's cotton button-up shirt. You want to choose a thicker one for this particular project. All right, so the first thing you want to do is button it up all the way down to the bottom. This shirt is a 2XL tall, and I am a woman's US size 8. All right, so this is 9 inches, so it's a total of 18 inches more than my actual waist. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is decide how long we want it to be. I am just going to add a pin, and while you're doing that, you're also going to decide how high you want your split. I want to pull it tight because I want to make sure that my split doesn't go above a certain height. So I think I feel comfortable it coming into about right there. So you want to make sure you stand up straight when you do that. And then I feel comfortable with it going to about maybe right here in the front and about right here in the back. And if you think you're gonna stick yourself, you can always add a safety pin. Oh! All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is figure out where our waist is. My waist, normally at the top of your pants, and then right at the, before your butt begins, you want to begin to pleat. So on the front, I'm going to add 2 pleats. These are about 3 inches deep, and I just want to make sure they're even on each side. I'll add a pin, that pin to be right at my waist. You can bring them in however deep you need to, because in the end, everything is going to need to fit your waist in order to have that corset effect. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? That little subscribe button right underneath this video. If it's red, that means you're not subscribed. So definitely turn that subscribe button gray, hit the bell to turn on all notifications, and you'll never miss another video. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so we're gonna take it over to the ironing board, and we are going to line it up so our pleat goes all the way down at the same length, that same width all the way down. I want to keep it the same distance from the buttonholes. So I'm adjusting it because it was kind of going a little bit at an angle, and I don't want it to do that. And then you want to fold it out flat, and then you'll just iron it flat. And so once I have it all laid flat, then I can add pins to pin the pleat flat. All right, before I move on to fitting this exactly to my body in the back specifically, I am going to sew down the front pleats. It's going to keep me from getting stuck by the pins when I'm trying to fit it, because I need to turn it inside out. So I am going to sew these with my zipper foot. I have my zipper foot along the edge, just how I stay on the edges, and especially when I need to do a double stitch. If you have a double needle, you can go ahead and use that, but I'm just going to use one needle and just sew it twice along each side. So what I'm going to do in order to get that double stitch nice and perfect, that's why I use the zipper foot, and I'm going to put this side on the edge of the first stitch that I made. Then I'll just use this as the edge and just follow along, keep the stitch right there, and it'll come out perfectly. All right, then you're going to turn it inside out and pinch it as much as you need to so that it fits your waist, and you're going to try to get it in the center as much as possible, but it doesn't really even matter. Just pinch it as much as you need to get it to really cinch your waist. But remember that you can always take it in more on the side, so you know. That's how much I have left on the back. All right, so for the back of the shirt, you actually want to lay it flat and figure out how much of the shirt you want to take out. So it's about 8 inches for me. So 8 inches plus 8 inches means a total of 16 inches that needed to be taken out. So I have 16 inches to work with that need to be taken out to make it actually fit my waist or to corset my waist. So what I'm going to do, I have 3 pleats that I need to make in the back. I'll use 5, 5, and 6. So my middle one will be 6. So since the middle one is going to be 6, I'll take the pin and make that 3. All right, so now that I have my middle pleat pin, then I am going to take 2 other pleats on each side. So I need a 5-inch pleat on this side and a 5-inch pleat on this side. So that's 2.5. 2.5 on that side, and we'll do another 2.5. I'm gonna fold these out. All right, so now I have it on inside out, and you can see it's fitting pretty well in the front, and you can see the back. I have those 3 pleats, and now I need to take them kind of down and fit them properly over my butt until we get down to here. Okay, so I hope you can see that. This is by no means perfect. However, this gives me a starting point, and at least I know that it fits the way I want it to. I'm back at the sewing machine. This is the back of the dress, and I have my 3 pleats, and we added the pins going down to account for my bum. I'm just going to first sew along the pins for the middle pleat first, and then the 2 side pleats. And I'm doing my best to make these lines as like smooth, not jagged, like not going back and forth, but as smooth as possible from one pin to the next. So now we have the 3 pleats in the back, and I am going to try it on again. So at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it inside out and add pins to bring it in underneath the arms, then go to the sewing machine, sew those in, and then the next thing we can do is start cutting off the bottom and adding the curve. All right, so now you can see there is definitely a difference. So now I have more of a cinch right here in the waist area versus the baggy top and then the fitted skirt area. Okay, before we go to the next step, I am going to take this back to the ironing board and iron down the back pleats. So these are the 3 pleats that we made in the back. This was actually the center one. I already ironed it down because I want to add some top stitches to make it look like the Fenty one. Okay, so now we can turn it over, make sure everything is indeed iron flat. And then we can take it to the sewing machine and just add a top stitch on each side of all 3 stitches. All right, so when it's all finished, it looks like that. We good? We good? We good? And if you guys get stuck at any point during this process, definitely join my free Facebook group. The link is in the description box. It's just a community of people, and my Facebook group is popping. You will not be disappointed. And it's not popping because of me. It's popping because of all the people, just such positive people that are in there, helping people out, giving people feedback, just pumping people up when they show their final look. So yeah, you won't be disappointed. Check the link in the description box. I actually kind of like it the way it is. All right, you guys, let me know in the comments whether you like it better like this, or when you see it at the end, whether you like it better like that. Put it in the comments. Okay, so I have my shirt laid out on a flat surface, and this is basically how I want my curve. Make sure that you leave seam allowance. And what I'm going to do is fold it over so I can cut both sides at the same time. You get one chance to do this. One chance only. And that's it. And then we're also going to cut the front and cut the back. Really tempted to take this seam out so that I get as much length as possible, and I may end up doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to right here, and I'll take that corner of the seam out and see if I can get more length. On the front, I'm just going to cut it as long as I can. I think that's the most nerve-wracking thing I've done to this project so far. For the bottom edge, what I want to do is I'm just going to do a double fold hem, just like it already was hemmed. I'm just going to do that again after I take these out. And then for the front, we're going to do the same thing. For the curves, we need to add a casing. Okay, so I decided I would take a note from the inside of the sleeve and cut some scrap pieces from another dress shirt and use it as my casing, because it will kind of be seen as you're walking. So I am going to lay this inside. I'm gonna cut this part out. All right, we got a bigger piece. I'm gonna give myself 3 inches on each side. All right, so what I'm gonna do, this is the outside of the dress. I'm going to lay one of the pieces good side to good side, sew it on this edge. Okay, so we have it on there all the way around, and in order to flip it over, I need to cut little slits all around the curve. That's going to allow the curve to actually curve and not be all bunched up. You don't want to slit all the way to the seam, just a little bit away from the seam. So we're going to flip that inside out, and I'm not going to show it on camera, but before I start sewing again, I'm going to take it to the ironing board and iron it flat. But I'm going to then do a seam right along the edge, and then I'm going to turn it over on the other side and fold it under the casing edge, and then do a seam going right parallel to that other curved seam. I'm going to do it as best I can parallel to make it look really nice. Ooh, snap. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, so I'll show you from the inside, and I'll go iron that flat because it is not perfect at all, but it'll look better when it's ironed. All right, so let's find out how it turned out. Yes, I am absolutely loving it, especially like with the sleeves turned up. You know, like I said, the sleeves were too long, but I absolutely love it with the sleeves turned up, because then you get that blue and white stripe, and then pop it with the blue heels. Yes, I am so excited that it turned out well. I absolutely love the fit. Let me know in the comments if you guys like it and how you would alter it for your style. Like, what type of dress shirt would you use, and just how you would play it, you know, how you would do it to make it suit your style. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely, if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe and check out Jess's video right now. I have a link in the description box. I promise you're gonna love it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.